The tension in the opulent apartment was evident as Rasheeda Frost paced the living room, her mind racing after discovering Kirk's infidelity, an affair that had broken her trust and left her reeling. The data was indisputable, and she had come to the conclusion that Kirk could act shaddily. Since she realized it was her method of taking back control, Rasheeda organized a press conference to make sure the public announcement would be the talk of town as cameras and reporters gathered. She would demonstrate to him how effectively she could mimic his moves, a determined gleam in her eye. Anticipation was blazing in the air. Rasheeda arrived at the platform wearing a stunning ensemble that exuded style and assertiveness. Rasheeda's face had a mixture of elegance and underlying passion. Then she said, "Thank you all for coming." Her voice was steady but enthusiastic. "I want to be clear about what I will do next, since I have some vital news to share." Curious, the journalist leaned forward. "I've had a difficult relationship with Kirk Frost lately, as many of you are aware." Rasheeda went on. She took a moment to allow the words to Kirk should think things through before he makes the joke, because it's true that he has been unfaithful. The room was filled with flashbulbs and whispers, but Rasheeda wasn't done yet. "This is where it gets interesting," she added with a self-assured smile. "In addition to continuing, I'm doing so with a new person who has been he was a genuine friend and partner to me." Rasheeda's new lover appeared at that moment. He was tall, attractive, and emanated a composed assurance that stood in stark contrast to the commotion all around them. The reporters were thrilled as they took pictures and fired shots. Questions, "Who is he?" and "How did you two meet?" yelled one of the reporters. When Rasheeda introduced him, her eyes glowed with anticipation. "Since we initially started dating, Adrian has been a trustworthy friend through all of the highs and lows. I'm thrilled to have him by my side as begin this new phase." Adrian stood behind Rasheeda, smiled kindly, and shook hands with the press. Evidently unaffected by the media flurry, he spoke firmly and softly. "Rasheeda and I met through mutual friends." Reporters eagerly wanted to learn more about Rasheeda's new relationship and how it aligns with her public image. "Naturally, I'm ecstatic to support her and share in her journey." Rasheeda's reaction was a special fusion of humorous and composed opposition. As the press conference came to an end, I relished the chance to change the tale. The headlines would portray the moment Rasheeda regained control of her story as the cameras kept flashing and she and Adrian walked out together, their hands joined in a sign of support and new beginnings. Contacted blazed with the information about her disclosure, but Rasheeda was prepared. By leveraging Kirk's treachery, she had made a powerful statement about her own strength and desire for a new beginning. Rasheeda walked into the night feeling liberated after navigating Kirk's affair with grace, strength, and with Adrian by her side, she was prepared to face whatever lay ahead with renewed hope and confidence following a turbulent 25-year relationship that seemed to be headed toward love. Atlanta hip-hop artist Rasheeda is prepared to file for divorce from her spouse Kirk after finally reaching her breaking point. According to a Frost rumor, Rasheeda is over Kirk's dishonesty and infidelity, which have been a recurring source of friction in their marriage, even though she has tolerated his occasional adultery. The media has regularly brought attention to Kirk's questionable behavior, particularly his on-screen "A huge drama bomb that utterly destroyed their relationship" was Kirk's obvious deceit about paternity during Rasheeda's pregnancy in Season 2. During a retreat on Love Hip Hop, this episode gained notoriety for its drama and betrayal. Kirk's DNA analysis showed fatherhood. After years of extremely public highs and lows, this relocation only made Rasheeda's situation worse. Rasheeda's mother, Shirlene, famously ran over Kirk's motorcycle during a furious quarrel, and their tumultuous marriage also led to dramatic arguments with her. Rasheeda's look eager to regain her independence and walk on from a marriage that has been nothing more than a great soap opera. Rasheeda, a seasoned cast member known for balancing her work, family, and tumultuous relationship with Kirk, would undergo a dramatic change if the divorce rumors were confirmed. "But neither he nor I have signed any documents. If you're still trying to find a solution, should you stay apart? The issue is that we've discussed not employing lawyers and attempting to determine whether we can reach a consensus in that way. But I also think that it's more than that. I've reached the stage where I'm like, all right, I think I understand the scenario. Am I prepared to hand him these documents? This is something I have never encountered before. I have a question. Well, even though all this crazy stuff has happened, is divorce the immediate answer, or is it better to separate and try to work out percentages, things like that? Because our marriage has experienced something similar. That's pretty much the situation at the moment, and I could be thinking of postponing a formal divorce for the time being. As a result, we have to choose whether to begin the divorce procedure right away. Trying to stay focused, avoiding stress, and preparing for this kid are more important to me than seeking a divorce. Whether or not Kirk Frost is involved, a lot of people are backing Rashida's decision to finally break up with him after years of betrayal. She has had an incredible journey. It appears that Rashida has decided to stop being Kirk's sidekick in light of his deceit and infidelity. And joy as she leaves the turbulent union first. Without a doubt, one of the most dramatic and scandalous marriages on Love Hip Hop is that of Kirk Frost and Rashida. After almost 25 years of turbulent ups and downs, their relationship in Atlanta initially cast Kirk as the comforting manager and spouse who were dedicated to supporting Rashida in reaching her goals. As their marriage became the primary plot point in Season 2, Kirk's position drastically changed toward the darker waters. When Kirk found out Rashida was pregnant, he became irate and accused her of infidelity. Following a series of betrayals, Kirk forced Rashida to terminate an abortion and was seen on tape with 2 women. Despite the tumult, the pair was able to reconcile in Season 3, although Kirk's antics, like hiring a bartender as their nanny, putting Shia and his artist Ashley Nicole at odds in Season 4. The relationship reached its lowest point in Season 6 when it was revealed that Kirk had fathered a child with stripper Jasmine. This scandal caused them to temporarily part ways in Season 7, but they eventually got back together. Even after this little reprieve following Kirk's mother's untimely death, when Rashida had to deal with the public outrage, their relationship remained strained due to Kirk's ongoing infidelity and dishonesty. As Rashida's 24th wedding anniversary approaches, there are rumors that she is divorcing, suggesting that she may be striking her at this moment. Many believe that with all the turmoil Kirk has created, Rashida deserves some well-earned peace and happiness. If these divorce rumors are accurate, their more than 20-year marriage has been a tumultuous one, would signal the conclusion of one of the most long and turbulent collaborations in the Love Hip Hop series in a heartfelt and open discussion broadcast on television. Kirk Frost was candid when discussing his marriage to Rashida, admitting that his errors caused conflict in their union. In answer to those who questioned his behavior and their marriage, he admitted that his explanation for the adultery that nearly ended their marriage was not flawless. Furthermore, he acknowledged that although Rashida had been faithful in spite of the attention and their marital problems, he could have done a far better job of handling this. Whitehead, who is now negotiating a split with Sierra Gates, and Lil Scrappy, who recently went through a divorce with Bambi, both responded to praise Rashida for her dedication and tenacity during the challenging journey. Their comments were a combination of praise and encouragement, applauding Rashida's fortitude in the face of hardship. While opinions on Kirk's apology have been split, some believe that his recognition and sadness is a positive move, while others are dubious, pointing out that repeated scandals and infidelity could overshadow any sincere efforts to the making apologies. The difficulty of freezing is the connection that Rashida has with